After a time, you've got to kind of realise is that Ireland goes back into the background a bit, not a lot, and Australia comes up into the foreground a bit more. Because you're living here, you have to get involved, or you should, in my opinion, get involved in what's happening in Australia.
The family home is gone now, like a lot of family homes in Ireland. People disappear, emigrate, and the family dies out. Now it was no different to a lot.
And of course it was very traumatic leaving the family. I found it very hard to settle initially. And again, the lack of communication made it even harder.
The mobiles hadn't come in, and there was no Skype.
And now it's Skype. We know what's happening in Ireland as it's happening.
Technology has certainly made a huge difference, an enormous difference, in fact, to everybody's lives, because we can be in touch with people in Ireland. We all feel very connected, so that is one of the great advantages of modern technology.
Well, my name is Frank Nugent. I was born in Fingal, County Clare, and there were no jobs in Ireland. I decided, well, I've got to do like 80% of my generation, leave. It's a bit sad, but it's a fact. And I didn't want to go to England. I was maybe a bit of a Republican too much to go to England. So I decided, well, why not try Australia? Melbourne is the centre of the country, if you look at it. So I picked Melbourne. And my father paid the fare, and I arrived in Melbourne in 1949.
We left Ireland because back then, economically, we didn't see any future. We didn't see any future for the girls. And we said, well, we'll give it a go.
I only came out here to have a look. But, you know, you go to the Irish dances and the girls look very glamorous, and naturally you get involved. And I never went back.
£10, got your medical examination and said, I want to go to Australia. And they put you on a boat and brought you out here.
I came to Australia in 1964, 50 years ago. It all seems so quick, I don't know where the time has gone. Like, I feel like maybe something like Rip Van Winkle when he woke up from the sleep and found that 30 years had passed. It's all gone so quickly. But I've loved being here, come to a great place.
Sometimes we'd see Australian shows on TV, girls in bikinis, and I thought, yes, that sounds good. So in 1982, after a particularly cold winter, we decided that's it, we're going.
Communication was almost well-nigh impossible because we communicated via letters, but if we wanted to make a phone call, very few people actually had phones in their houses, so you would have to set up a time.
And then it was so expensive. It was very, you know, $1 a minute at that time to ring up. As for now, it's much cheaper.
Well, even at that time, we didn't have the phone in our house until the early 90s, so we used to have to ring a neighbour.
Oh, that is correct too, yeah.
We'd phone Christmas time. We'd go into the GPO and book a phone call, and my dad and mum would go to the local pub and wait for the phone call. And it was $20. And then when the 3 minutes were up, you just got cut off.
My mother was a great writer, and she would write to me regularly, every month just about. She'd send me a letter. I don't know how good I was at replying, but I'd make an effort, you know. And I might have sent for her 5 letters from her, she might get 2 from me.
I definitely would write every 2 weeks to my mum and dad. And we used to do aerograms because they were cheaper. I was trying to save some money.
It used to be a great trade in sending the Connacht Tribune or the Meath Chronicle out by post, you know, but then it was 3 weeks stale by the time you got it.
I was talking to my mother on the phone and asked her why she hadn't sent me any newspapers recently, and she said, we've got this new thing now, Stuart, called the internet. You probably haven't heard of it yet.
You talk to people, everybody's talking computers, and you feel a bit isolated. You know, you can't go on the internet or you can't send an email or whatever because you're not conversant with it.
I knew about computers, but never had one or anything like that. And Morris suggested to me that people come in and learn.
My name's Donald Barker. I'm the honorary librarian here at the Kilda Club, and as well as that I operate the computer training for seniors. Have a click on the star there, Vincent, up the top right-hand corner.
Yep. No, with the mouse.
With the mouse.
Why? What do you do?
Don't hit it. You got to put the cursor on it like we did.
No, that's the wrong button. That's...
I thought there was a button up there.
I think I cottoned on a bit quicker than Vince. He's a Dubliner after all. No, that's a joke. But you know, I'm not totally au fait with computers, but I got a good handle on it. You know, send emails, go on Google, and I particularly use the Irish dictionary a lot because I'm involved in the Irish language. And when a word comes up, I put it on the computer and I get the word, and then I get examples of how to use the word, which is fantastic. This opportunity came up in the Celtic Club. Vince and I spoke to each other and we said, we'll have a crack at this.
My name is Stuart Trowell. I'm from Belfast, Northern Ireland. I didn't have any Irish growing up, but I felt from my point of view there was a piece missing in my jigsaw. And I felt that to actually consider myself Irish, to my standard, I felt I should have all the pieces. I discovered to my good fortune that there are Irish language classes available here. The people that attend our classes are a mixture of Irish expatriates and people whose parents are Irish or whose grandparents are Irish and who really want something to connect to. Maybe they're sitting at work alongside somebody who's from Russia or from Vietnam, and they hear those people talking on the phone to their brothers and sisters, and they think, why can't I do that?
Fagmo sail go léir bhí mé ag léamh an Gaeilge, ach ní raibh mé anon a labhairt go léafa. Agus ní raibh is agam go raibh Cumann an seo, agus go raibh rangana an seo, ach de timpist thunig mé ar an Idirlín beidir 5 bliain ó hin, agus thuig mé isteach.
Tá sé cinn fiche bliain ó an tháinig muid le chéile. Coupla duine ag lé leis an Gaeilge. Bhí agus thugmh bhíneara gur Cumann ag teastáil chun gach duine a chuairt le chéile.
Comhaltas Club. It's an opportunity to connect with Irish and Australian people through music and dance.
I was one of the founding members of the Comhaltas branch in Leixlip in County Kilda. Came to Australia and got involved with the Comhaltas branch here. I teach it in a fun way because they're too strict. They're not going to come back, you know.
One of the great benefits of technology is that we can encourage people to come and visit Comhaltas, maybe join us as members. Our latest foray into publicity was via YouTube, and that does help because then again we're hitting at another level of people out there who wants to see that just might be tempted to join Comhaltas.
I think it's very important that older people would be encouraged to embrace technology as much as possible, and that's happening.
You have to keep up with technology now or you're left behind.
My kids got me a laptop when I retired and said, no more excuses, Dad, go and learn the bloody thing. So.
No, it's great. No, it really is. It's a great facility. You can communicate a lot quicker, you know. I can send you an email to Ireland, they can send one back almost instantly if they want to, you know.
I mean, the fact that you've got a smartphone or a laptop or an iPad and you can just access anywhere, or you can talk or Skype to anybody in the world, it's brought the world closer together, there's no doubt.
It's lovely to get Tip FM or to get programs from home, you know. I don't think that an evening go by that I wouldn't hear him get up in the morning in Tipperary.
But it just makes things so easy now that, you know, if somebody's working at home, you can send them an email and you get the answer back straight away.
For me, it's just a massive way to get in touch with where I'm part of the world I'm interested in. My mind is there and my heart is there, and I just want to go home now, and I just keep in touch with everything by using the media here.
It leaves communication very easy, having Skype, particularly Skype, because you can sort of have a cup of coffee with somebody on the other side of the world. It's only when you get on an airplane and travel that you realise that once again we are a long way away.
I've always kept in touch, always, you know. Sometimes when you know, they all ring you and there's something going on in the family, you say, oh, thank God I'm over here. Yeah, yeah, I'm not back there, you know.
I can do an email and do a little bit of research on it, but I don't trust it. I've been hacked already, so that's really put me off.
I'd much rather read books, you know, newspapers, but then you can spend your time on the internet and picking up the books anyway, but you can't put them on your shelf, you know.
I don't really need computers at the moment, so I'm just going to hang in and wait until it's really necessary. But I will try to learn, yeah.